Good morning, everybody. This is Jen from ScanNCut Jam Sessions. We're going to kind of go off into something a little different, but this is still touching on what we use our ScanNCut for. These are glass blocks. These are 8x8s. Okay, this one is $12.99. Sometimes you can get it 50% off. This has this hole cut in the top. Okay, and then it comes with one of these little doohickeys that you plug the hole off and, you know, run the cord out. Okay, but like with me, this hole I think is just entirely too big, and I find it very expensive. Like if you want to do a whole bunch of these for people for gifts, it's just too expensive. Even at $6.50, it ends up being like around $7 with tax and everything. So $7 a piece just for the block, I think that's real expensive. Whereas you can get this, I like the wavy pattern. You can get this for $3 at Home Depot or Lowe's. Granted, there is no hole drilled into it, and that is what I'm going to show you how to do today. These are diamond tipped hole bits. Okay, let me see if I can bring this in a little bit clearer for you. Alright, let me get the focus thing here. Nope, still too much, too close. Okay, you see that? That's the diamond on the end. And what you do is we're going to put it on the end of my little drill here. If I knock everything over and break it, then I don't have to worry about it, right? So I just have a DeWalt drill. Then I have plumber's putty. Then I have some water. And of course a towel, because I can't do this outside. Right now it's 11 degrees outside. So it's too cold to do it outside, or else I would. And then I wouldn't need the plumber's putty. Well, actually, yes, you would need it unless you have a constant flow of water. Because what the water does is the water helps keep this cool. Okay? As it's drilling through your glass. You want to keep this bit cool. So you're going to need the water to do that. And in here, if you're doing it in your home, what you're going to do is you're going to use this plumber's putty and you're going to put it in a circle. And I'll show you all this, but I'll tell you ahead of time. You're going to put it in like a little circle, and you're going to make a dam for the water so that the water stays in there. And as you drill, that water remains to help keep that bit cool. Alright, so I'll go ahead and get it all set up for us. Okay, so I have the plumber's putty all stuck down. See if I can get you a better view of it here. That is completely sealed on the bottom there. All the way around. And then I have it kind of high so it can hold a decent amount of water in there. Okay, and I have it over in this corner because I don't want it coming out of the sides. I want this coming out of the back so that when it sits there, because the deco blocks, when you have them sitting like this, when that cord comes out, it's still rocky. And then, you know, sometimes you can put them on the sides, but that, you know, you can still see it. And then if you have it on the top, when you do the bows, I mean, it's still visible. So that's why I want to do this, and I want to put it out of the back. You know, any way that you choose to do it is absolutely fine. You know, it's just, this is the way that I prefer it. So this is how I'm going to do it here on this tutorial. And if you want to do it different, that is absolutely fine. Okay. So let's take, and let me find the end here, the end of the cord. I'm going to try to get this in focus. It's so hard to do. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to take the end of the cord, and then that's going to help me pick which size of drill bit I'm going to need. I'm going to go with one slightly bigger. So this one, of course, it fits right in there. No problem. So let's go down to the next size. Okay, this one's going to work because it's slightly bigger but not too huge. Now, I bought all of these. Let me show you. Because I do not like making decisions. I bought this entire set, all of these, for like $13, I think, on eBay. So hopefully they work like they're supposed to. And it says this one is a 30, looks like a 36 millimeter. There's a 50 millimeter, a 45 millimeter. And I believe this one is 36. That's what it looks like anyhow. So a 36 millimeter is what we're going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to attach it to my drill and get everything set up, and I'll come back when we're ready to go. Okay, so I have the plumber's putty all filled with water, as you can see. And I have this glass block on a towel so that if any water decides to leak out, that I can catch it. Alright, and I have my drill bit all attached and ready to go. And I'm going to put it down here kind of close. And this is going to be hard because, I mean, this is so slippery. So getting your first initial cut is a little difficult. Okay, and I am starting to go through it because I can feel it. And do not be scared when you hear a pop. Sometimes these will pop really, really loud. Okay, the water's still cold. Okay, you see it now. All right, there we go. It's all the way through. Now what I will do is I will take this down to my sink, and I will go ahead, let me see if I can get you a good picture of it. I will go ahead and I will rinse it all out. And make sure that there's no yucky stuff in there. And then I go ahead and I rinse my sink out real well, you know, so that there's no glass shards or anything. But there actually isn't like any shards around the edges because this diamond tipped drill bit cuts really, really smoothly. So let me see if I can get it in there. Okay, there, you can see it cuts really clean. So that makes it really nice. So that is how you cut through a glass block, and the kitty wants to be in there. Alright, thanks guys. One thing I do want to tell you that I had forgotten to tell you before we started is make sure that you use all of your safety precautions, which is using goggles, like safety goggles. Anytime you work with anything like glass and that, make sure you wear those. Even though there is a very, very, very small chance of anything happening, you always want to protect your eyes. Alright, I'll come back and show you what the cleaned up part looks like. Okay guys, here it is all cleaned up. Now, and when I was down there, I was thinking, you know, if you don't want to put it down your sink, if you want to rinse it out and put it like in your toilet or throw it outside, whatever you feel comfortable doing. I know that some people don't feel comfortable putting it down their sink for fear of, you know, a glass shard or something. That's fine. Go ahead and do it that way. However you feel comfortable. Alright, and look at what we've got. We've got a glass block with a hole in it. So, I'm sorry this is wiggling, but I'm holding it. So I'll show you how to stuff the lights in there. Okay, so, and I frost all of my glass. I have a spray frost that I use. They also have a vinyl frost that you can cut and put on here. And the only reason is when you add lights to this, if there isn't some type of like kind of muting of the glass, it ends up sometimes not looking right. It kind of distracts from the actual design. Alright, so we just go ahead and start stuffing these in here. And this is actually really smooth because it was cut by the diamond bit. If yours seems a little bit rough, you can go ahead and take like the sandpaper discs that they have that fit on the drill bit. You can go ahead and take one of those and run around there and make that a lot smoother so you don't have to worry about somebody hurting themselves. But normally with the diamond bits, that does smooth it out really, really nice. And we're going to go ahead and keep on stuffing. So I'll come back so you don't have to sit here for 5 minutes watching me put lights in a hole. Okay, and now you can see how bright those lights are. And if I was to put something on the front of that, what happens is these lights kind of overpower it. So the design will get lost in this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray frost it, and I will come back and show you what that looks like. Okay, and here's one that is completely done. And you see the difference there. The design is not drowned out by the powerful lights because it is frosted. So it gives it a nice glow. And kitties, get back. So therefore you can, you know, put the lights in. You can do it all with just a $3 block doing it yourself. Alright, thanks a lot guys. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me. Thanks.